Welcome to Ultimate Orlando Clicks. I am your host Kevin, and this week we get started over at the Transportation and Ticket Center, the TTC. They've got these new menu boards, and as you can see, the menu boards are digital. They've been digitally animated, and there are lots of these kind of old-timey looking graphics that accompany the menu board. So I thought what I would do is sit there for 15 minutes and kind of take pictures of the graphics as they sped by, and you can see that they put some effort into theming them. So this is the one that's kind of car-based. Tomorrowland Speedway and Test Track, it's obviously a park hopper advertisement. In fact, most of these are advertisements for different kinds of ticket options: 4 days, multiple parks, multiple days, annual passes, those sorts of things. But as you can see, they're moving somewhat quickly through different types of attractions across all of the different parks when they do that. I just enjoyed the way they really spent some effort in setting up the design of some of these. This is one of my favorites, actually. It's specifically themed to Big Thunder, and ostensibly it's a park hopper advertisement, but what it really calls attention to is the attraction itself, and it does it in a way that's highly themed, and I thought it's a really good way to get people excited about all the other rides and all the other parks, not just the one that they're standing in line for. So I don't know if this, I know it's not at Epcot, but I don't know if this has spread beyond the Magic Kingdom to the other parks just yet. Here's another one like it at Expedition Everest. Again, a highly designed piece of artwork. And then from there it goes back and forth to this kind of more generic looking one, which explains the different options in the different parks there. An ad as well for the app that lets you do My Disney Experience and FastPass Plus and so forth. Lots of different shots of the roller coasters, and then this one, which is kind of Haunted Mansion and Tower of Terror themed. So they put two different rides together, and that was like we saw with the Tomorrowland Speedway earlier. I also saw this with Mission Space at one point. Highly themed and little wrapper around the outside of it. Here's the one with Mission Space and Space Mountain. Again, highly themed just to those design elements. Once inside the park, we went on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, where I noticed that this box, while it may have been there before, is now taking flash pictures of you as you go around. This is the second bend, really, in the ride. This is, obviously, they're not selling anything at a gift shop afterwards, so this is obviously tied to the PhotoPass Plus stuff, or Memory Maker, I believe the disc is now called, that they're trying to sell people while on vacation, more on-ride video. And on-ride pictures, I should say. This is the hub construction, and as you can see, they've got some vertical construction going in now. This is presumably to be that new bridge going from the Tomorrowland Terrace Noodle Station area over into the hub itself. So there'll be yet another spoke in this environment. Buzz Lightyear's got some new FastPass Plus signage. There's a couple of other ones like it actually behind me as well, near the FastPass Plus issue area. We're here at the PeopleMover. Let's see if you can tell from this picture what's new. Indeed, it is the color scheme that's new. Now, the blue has always been there as a color scheme, but this orange at the bottom and then this red accents for the walls, that's all new. So the PeopleMover has been under reconstruction and some refurbishment lately, because the Astro Orbiter above is under refurbishment as well. In fact, it's still under refurbishment. PeopleMover is reopened with this new color scheme and with some new banners visible along the roof line. So this is near Space Mountain. You can see these banners everywhere. If you get a little closer to the banners, you see that they say danger on them, and they're yellow facing inward and then gray facing outward. Of course, since it's on most of the rooftops, you can see the yellow because at some point we're seeing inward. It's also on the other side of Tomorrowland and then above Space Mountain as well. Obviously, it's a new safety issue that they're doing to keep people off. That means their own people off of the roofs. This is near Epcot's entrance, and this is the monorail beam, obviously. And this new piece of hardware, not explained, but presumably part of the monorail upgrade project, where they are turning the monorails into dispatch vehicles. Basically like any other attraction around Walt Disney World, they get dispatched by a button, someone at the station, rather than driven by someone manually inside the car. So they probably need some sensors in the track to make that whole thing work. Into Epcot, this is the phone bank, or I should say former phone bank area in Innovention's East Breezeway. It's now a FastPass Plus kiosk area. And from there over to Test Track, where I saw these little ride vehicles. I collect little ride vehicles when I find them, so this struck me as new. It was about, I think, $6.99 for the vehicle. And they had one like that for the old test track as well. This is the new phone, which I hadn't had a chance to take a picture of yet. You can see it's a smartphone used for the Agent P game. That's the interactive game in World Showcase. And since it was a rainy day on Sunday, you can see that they issue it with this rainproof bag as well, so people can keep playing even though it's a rainy day. You can see people wearing their ponchos actually. This is out looking from Mouse Gear over toward Imagination. You can see that the area that has been roped off here for construction is still roped off, still boarded up. No word exactly on what they're doing. It appears to be infrastructure related. Time for our game. Where in Walt Disney World was this? This was the challenge last time, and I saw several correct answers. In fact, many of you got this. It was the former Q for Test Track. It was a vehicle from World of Motion used as a ride remnant in Test Track. It's not visible in today's park. So that having been said, here's your new one. Where in Walt Disney World was this? Leave your answers in the comments, and we'll see you next week if you guys are right. That does it for us this time, guys. Thanks as always for stopping by, and we will catch you next time.